Working with the robot class, that particular syntax, we are already got it. Similar to that, if you want to begin work with securely, what exactly the steps need to be followed? Or if you want to begin work with the auto IT, what exactly the steps need to be followed? That is what we need to be get understand. We need to be get understand that what exactly the steps to be followed. There are n number of tools are there, as simple as the main drawback of Selenium. It can automate only web-based applications. It cannot automate anything related to Windows. In case while working with web application, in the web application, in the web application, if you are having in the web application, if you are having any functionalities related to the Windows, to automate that particular respective functionalities, we are taking with the help of other tools here. In that, as an example, we can consider that auto IT, and then taking with Sikoli, and then taking with robot class here. Okay, so just we look into the steps only. You doesn't require to get installed with the tool and then taking the practice of all the things here. While attending any interview, you may attend fresher level or taking with experience level. You may get attend with fresher level interview or experience level interview. Any interviews you are attending, not like you will be getting any major questions related to the auto IT or Sikoli. Just if any interviewer is asking that how to work with Selenium with auto IT or how to work with Selenium with Sikoli, need to be get comfortable in explaining with the steps here. What exactly that particular steps need to be followed. Let's look into that. So let's take care about what exactly the steps need to be followed. So take with the new heading, just mention that considering that auto IT and make a note of test steps here. Take with the heading auto IT and then make a note of steps. We doesn't require to install the tool and taking the practice all those things here. Don't get waste with the time on that. You can continue taking with the practice of mainly frameworks. That part you have to mainly spend with the more time. This auto IT and Sikoli, just in case of any interviewer, in case of any interviewer is asking that what kind of, I mean, how we can work with Selenium with auto IT, or how we can work with Selenium with Sikoli, then you need to be get comfortable in explaining about the step. What exactly the steps need to be followed. Make a note of the steps. Make a note of the steps. Take with the first step. Take with the first step. Download, download and install auto IT, auto IT dot exe. Download and install auto IT dot exe. Okay. After that, which you will be taking with download and install auto IT dot exe. Okay. After that, take with the next step. Open auto IT script editor. Open auto IT script editor. Open Auto IT script editor. Take with the next step. Write Auto IT code. Write Auto IT code for upload functionality. For upload functionality. Write Auto IT code for upload functionality. Okay. After that, create upload dot exe file in Auto IT. Create upload dot exe file in Auto IT. Create upload dot exe file in Auto IT. Take with the last step. Mention that access upload dot exe file in Selenium program. Access upload dot exe file in Selenium program. Access upload dot exe file in Selenium program. Under that, take with the last statement, mention that runtime dot get runtime dot exe. Runtime dot get runtime dot exe. Runtime dot get runtime dot exe. Okay, just make a note of that steps. Online students also make a note of that particular steps. Okay, right. Let's see that. So just we need to take care about and getting comfortable in explaining with other step. So while working in the real time or while attending with interviews, not like getting with any of the major questions here, just in case of anyone asking that how we can work with Selenium with Auto IT, you need to get comfortable in explaining about the steps to be followed. In that, the very first step, what is the first step? What is the first step? Download and install autoit.exe. So that is very straightforward. .exe file only. You need to get download that particular .exe file and need to get install it. In case if you want to try it, you need to download the .exe file. You need to take with the double click activity. Then it will complete that particular respective installation. Once installation is completed, we need to write the code related to Auto IT. Let's consider Selenium. Where we are writing the Selenium code? If we take with the Selenium code, where we are writing the Selenium code, we are writing with the Selenium code in Eclipse here. So considering that, if I'm taking with this particular Selenium code, we are writing in Eclipse here. Similar to that, this particular Auto IT code, directly we cannot write the code in Eclipse only. Related to the Auto IT, that particular code we cannot directly write in Eclipse. Because of that, once we done with installation of Auto IT, once we done with installation of Auto IT, as part of this particular installation, as part of this installation, by default, you will be getting with the Auto IT script editor similar to Eclipse. So for writing the Selenium program, how we are utilizing the Eclipse in a similar way to write Auto IT code also, we can utilize the Auto IT script editor. As part of installation, the script editor also will get installed. So once installation is completed, in the start program, just if you type Auto IT, you will get Auto IT script editor. You need to be get open that particular editor. So first you are completing installation. First you are completing with installation. Once you completed with installation, once you completed with the installation, then you are taking care about opening with script editor. And after that, you need to write in a code related to Auto IT. Which functionality you want to automate? Which functionality you want to automate? As an example, I mention upload. As an example, I mention upload. According to the program requirement, which functionality need to be get automate, you need to write that code considering the Selenium. While working with the Selenium, what is the syntax we are following? I mean, what is the language we are using? Java. We are working with Selenium with Java, taking with the Java language, Java programming. Similar to that, this particular Auto IT in a place of Java, what it will be using? VB script. This particular Auto IT will not be supporting for Java. It will support VB script. That particular VB script related code directly we cannot write in the Eclipse here. Because of that, while working with Auto IT, you need to be get open that particular Auto IT script editor. You need to be get open that particular Auto IT script editor. Once you got open that particular Auto IT script editor, there you need to be get right in a code related to upload functionality. As an example, that syntax you will be taking with VB script. Now you return with the code. Once you return the code, that particular code we have to combine with Selenium program. But directly we cannot combine with Selenium program. Because of that, in Auto IT itself, you will be having the option in converting into .exe file. Whatever Auto IT code you written, whatever the Auto IT code has been written, that particular Auto IT code, we can convert into the .exe file. So once you converted .exe file, once it has been converted .exe file, that particular .exe file, you need to be get that particular .exe file, you need to be get access into Selenium program. So related to auto IT, if you want to be get related to the auto IT, in case of any question, you may get consider that only one question saying that how to access .exe file in Selenium program related to auto IT, related to auto IT, there is a chance of getting with only one particular question in asking that how to access .exe file in the Selenium program. So what is the question? How to access .exe file in the Selenium program. So related to auto IT, related to auto IT, there is a chance of getting with only one question. What is the question? How to access .exe file in Selenium program. For that, you will be taking with the statement. For that, you will be taking with the statement considering that runtime dot get runtime dot exe. Runtime dot get runtime dot exe. So there is a chance of getting with only one question saying that how to access .exe file in Selenium program. For that, you will be taking with the statement. So what is the statement you will be using? Runtime dot get runtime dot exe. So this is what just you have to take care about it, not required to install the tool and then not required to write all the code and everything. Don't get waste with the time on that. Just if interviewer is asking a question in saying that how to access .exe file in Selenium program, or if they're asking how to work with Selenium with auto IT, then you have to comfortable in explaining about this particular step. Just take care about only this particular step. We are not worried about in writing all that particular respective code and everything here. And the last one, considering that if you take with the Selenium, by using Selenium, we are able to automate only by using Selenium, we are able to automate only web-based applications. By using with the Selenium, we are able to automate only web-based applications. Similar to that, taking with auto IT, by using auto IT, we can automate only Windows based applications. By using auto IT, we can automate only Windows based application. To automate web based applications, how will prefer Selenium tool? Similar to that, to automate Windows based applications, will prefer to take with the help of auto IT tool here. Considering that Selenium is purely related to web based application and auto IT is purely related to Windows based applications. In case if you want to work with the combination of Selenium with auto IT, we need to be take care about and following with these particular steps here. So just you guys take care about looking into that in explaining with the steps only. not worried about how to install it, how to write that code, not worried about all these things. Just take care about the respective steps here. And similar to that, you will be taking with one more tool. What is that particular tool? What is that particular tool? Secoli. Now, this particular Secoli is similar to Selenium. The Secoli tool is similar to Selenium because according to our understanding, if we want to be get work with Selenium, what we require? To work with Selenium, what do we require? What we require? Jar files here. Based on jar files, what we can access? Based on jar files, what we can access? What we can access? Packages. Based on packages, what is it? Taking with class. Based on the class, you will be taking with method. So based on, use of the method to perform an action. So while working with Selenium automation, if you want to be get work with the Selenium, we are taking with all Selenium related jar files here. Based on the jar files, we are taking with packages and then taking with classes and then taking with method. Similar to that, if you want to be get work with Secoli, work with Secoli tool also. If you want to be get work with Secoli tool also, you need to be get taking care about Secoli jar files and then Secoli packages, that Secoli classes, and then taking with Secoli methods. While working with Secoli also followed with the steps of same as Selenium. To get started working with the Secoli, you need to download Secoli related jar file. You need to download Secoli related jar file. Based on the jar file, you will be taking with packages. Based on the packages, you will be taking with class. Based on the class, you will be taking with method. That particular method will be performing an action here. Okay. So now you can see that considering that this particular Selenium, if we take with the Selenium tool, how many languages it will support? How many languages it will support? 6 languages. Selenium has been supporting 6 programming languages. Selenium has been supporting 6 programming languages. Similar to that, the Secoli, not like 6 languages, but this particular Secoli supporting with Java. The Secoli also supporting with Java programming language. The Secoli also supporting with Java programming language, as it is supporting Java programming, very easily you can continue working with Secoli code. So how we are working with the Selenium or in your Selenium program, wherever You want to use securely code, just you will add the jar file and you will continue doing with the programming. As securely has been supporting with Java programming language in your Selenium program, whatever the step you require the securely code, directly you can take care about in using that particular securely code here. Okay. Moreover, this particular securely, it will support for web-based applications. Securely tool is supporting for web-based applications. Securely code we need to be get taking with support for web-based applications. At the same time, it will support for Windows-based applications. Securely has been supported for web-based applications and taking with Windows-based applications, and at the same time it will support for mobile applications. If you consider securely, this is supporting for web-based applications, Windows-based applications, and mobile applications. So then what exactly make you the difference between other automation tools and securely? What exactly major difference between other automation tools and securely? Let's see that. For that, let's consider Selenium. While working Selenium, how we are identifying the objects in Selenium? If we take with Selenium tool, how we are identifying the objects in Selenium? By using inspect option. How many types of techniques? How many types of techniques? 8 types of techniques. So we are taking with 8 types of techniques here. Okay. So that means while working with the Selenium, we are identifying the object by using that inspect option and taking with the help of 8 types of techniques. Maximum of any tool, maximum of any automation tool, you will be working with similar techniques of name and ID. Most of the automation tools, you will take care about in utilizing the techniques of name and ID. But while working with the securely, to identify the objects, no concept of name, no concept of ID or XPath, anything. There is no concept of name or ID or any other option. Then how we can identify objects in securely? How we can identify objects in securely? For that you are identifying the objects with the help of images. The main difference between other automation tool and then securely tool. The main difference between other automation tool and the securely tool, considering that while working with securely automation, while working with securely automation. We are identifying the objects. We are identifying the objects by using by using by using images. We are identifying the objects by using images. What exactly mean by that? What exactly mean by that? If you want to be get, if you want to be get, perform any kind of activity. If you want to be get, perform any kind of activity, no concept of ID, no concept of name. Assume that you want to enter the data in text box. You have to take image of that username text box. You want to enter password. You have to take image of password text box. You want to perform click activity. You have to take image of that particular button. Methods are same. Methods are similar to Selenium. Methods are similar to Selenium. Just an example. Just an example. If you look into the code, now you can see here. We got taking wait. You have to wait for one window. You are taking the wait. You are providing image of that particular window. So no concept of ID, no concept of name. Assume that you want to enter username. Taking the command is type and then you are taking with username text box. You have to take image of username text box and need to be get provided that particular respective username. So need to be get provided that particular respective username. After that, you will be taking with type method. Again, you want to type the password, taking the image of that particular password text box, providing with password. You want to perform click activity, taking the method is click and you are providing image of that button. So as simple, the major difference between other automation tools and then Sikoli tool. So while working with the Sikoli, we are identifying the objects. We are identifying the objects by using images. We are identifying the objects by using images. This is what you are taking with. This is what we need to be get consider taking with this particular Sikoli. So how exactly we can perform all these things? How exactly we can perform all these things? Further, let's try to write in a program. Let's try to write in a program related to Sikoli. Further, writing with the program, very simple step to get work with Sikoli. What we required? To work with Sikoli, what we required? Sikoli jar file is required. Just only one particular jar file. Just only one particular jar file. That particular one, you can just go to this Google. You can just go to this particular Google and you can type as Sikoli. You can type as Sikoli Launchpad. Just you can go to that particular Google and in Google you can just type as Sikoli Launchpad here. Okay. Once you done the Sikoli Launchpad, you will be getting with a very first URL. You will be getting with a very first URL. You can just make a note of this particular URL. Just make a note of this particular URL. Online students also. There is no official website related to Sikoli. There is no official website related to the Sikoli. For jar file, just make a note of this particular URL. Okay. Right. Let's see that if you just go to this particular URL, you will have in a lot of jar file. You have to take only one jar file having with related to Windows, Mac, and then Linux. So the one jar file related to Windows, another one Mac, another one Linux. You need to download related to Windows. You need to download related to Windows and then need to begin adding to the project. Adding to the project, same steps will be followed. Adding to the project, it will be followed with the same steps here. So that you will be taking with add external jar. You will be taking with add external jar. That you will be taking with Sikoli X API related to Windows. Sikoli X API related to Windows. Only one jar file. Only one jar file need to be get added to the project. Once it got added to the project, it will be continued with the same. Once it got added to the project, it will be continued with the same that it will be taking with. You will be continued with the same so that you will be considering that in taking with, in considering that taking care about writing with that particular respective code. So that need to be get create with the program that you will be taking with creating the class. Need to be get provide that particular class name. You can provide any of the class name. In case of you required HTML reports, what you will use? In case of HTML reports, what you will use? If you want to generate HTML reports, what you will use? What is it? Is it test ng? If you want to generate with the HTML reports, you need to take with the help of test ng. Okay. So that based on your comfortable, you can go with test ng considering that annotations. Otherwise, you can just go with writing with that particular main method. You can just go with writing with the main method that you will be taking with public static void taking with main need to be get considering the string args. If you required with HTML reports, you can go with the test ng. Otherwise, you can utilize with main method. Okay. Now here we need to be get perform. We need to be get perform test steps. We need to be get perform test steps here. Let's see that what are the steps need to be get automated. Let's look into that the steps to be automated. For that, what are the steps we are automating is I'm taking Eclipse. In Eclipse, having this minimize icon, the top minimize icon. Okay. Now my requirement is, see our test step. We need to click on minimize. This is just a click activity. Now see that our requirement is I need to click on minimize. Then we got an option edit plus. I want to take double click. Need to take with double click. After that, once I done with the double click, once I done with the double click, need to be get taking with close. Need to be get taking with close. After that, again I want to take double click on this PC, again taking with considering that close. Just an example, based on your comfortable, you can take with any of the steps here. So just I'm taking Eclipse to automate. Eclipse is web-based application or Windows-based application? Both. Web-based. Windows. None of the above. Eclipse is web-based application or Windows-based application? Why both? Why both? What is the reason? Okay, we are automating web-based application and a Windows-based application. Because of that, Eclipse is supporting for both. That is what you are understanding. Okay. How you will confirm, or how you will decide this is a web-based application and this is a Windows-based application? On which basis you will decide? Ella decide chestaru. How you will confirm that this is a web-based application and this is a Windows-based application? Without? Okay, Windows? Okay, any other options? Okay. See the understanding in a very simple way. Any application you are accessing and using or running. Any application you are accessing through browser. Any application you are accessing through browser, consider that web-based applications. Any applications you are accessing and running through browser, consider as a web-based applications. Whatever application it is, any application you are running, accessing and running through browser, that kind of applications, consider that web-based applications. The best example, your Gmail. How you guys are accessing Gmail application? How you are accessing Gmail application? You are taking browser. You are entering the URL in the browser and you are continued all the steps. Let's take Flipkart application. How you are accessing Flipkart application? You are taking from browser. Amazon application. How you are accessing Amazon application? Taking with browser here. So I mean, any application you are accessing and running from browser, that will be considering the web-based applications. Another one, any application you are accessing or running from .exe file or setup file. any application you are accessing and running from .exe file or set of file, consider that Windows based applications. Any applications you are accessing from .exe file or set of file, considering that taking with Windows based application. Now you can decide this Eclipse web-based application or Windows application. Eclipse is web-based or Windows-based? Web-based or Windows-based? Why Windows? Whenever you guys are opening the Eclipse in your local system, you're opening the Eclipse. While opening the Eclipse, is that you are opening the browser and then you are opening the Eclipse? No, you got set a file, that icon is there, you're double clicking on Eclipse icon, Eclipse got open here. So Eclipse is considered as a Windows based application. Eclipse is considered as a Windows based application. Okay, so now our requirement to automate this Windows based application with the help of the Sikoli. Okay, so according to our understanding, see the steps to be followed. What is the first step? What is the first step? Launch browser. We need to take with click activity. We need to click on minimize, first click activity. After that, I need to take double click. This is I have to go double click. After that, close, single click. Again, we are taking double click. After that, close. So these are the steps need to be automated. So just an example, we can take any of the steps here. Now we need to automate these particular steps with the help of Sikoli. But consider, if you want to work with Sikoli, we need to identify the objects. How we are identifying the objects in Sikoli? How we are identifying the objects in Sikoli? With the help of images. With the help of images, we are identifying the objects here. Now, I want to take a required image of this minimize icon. So how we can do that? Right click. I want to get image of that minimize. That minimize image call. How you will get? What is that? Snipping tool. As we are already knowing that. Already we are doing the swimming with that tool here. You need to take with snipping tool here, which you will be taking with the help of snipping tool. You will take the tool, taking with the new, and you have to take image of that. While taking that image, you guys need to be more comfortable and very careful while taking the image, because Sikoli identifying the object based on images. When your program is executing, that image, it will identify including image pixel and the resolution also. It will identify that image including the resolution and image pixel also. A small pixel is different. It cannot identify. So because of that, you need to be more careful while taking with image here. Let's see that how we can do that. I'm just trying on it. Let's see either it will be working on it or not. Because of that image pixel and resolution, most of the time your Sikoli programs will be failing. You can practice on this program, 100% it will fail, no doubt in that, but you can practice on it. At least you can see that how you are writing the required code related to Sikoli here. Okay. So we are taking this image. I'll go with save activity. You have to save that particular image. I'm just saving in the folder of batch 28. You can save in any of the path. That doesn't make any problem according to your comfortable. According to your comfortable, you can save in any of the path. It doesn't make any problem. So giving with taking that particular one, minimize that I will be taking with save. Okay. After that, we are identifying this particular edit plus, which will be taking with edit plus, taking with save. So this is what the process of identifying the objects in Sikoli. This is what the steps to be followed to identify the objects in Sikoli. So I'm taking some name, taking with edit. Okay. After that, need to be get taking with close. Need to be get taking with close. So I need to be get taking with close. Taking with save. That I will be taking with close. Okay. So after that, once I close it, again I'm taking new. What we are using? This PC. This PC. Okay. So I'm just taking with this particular save and then taking with PC. Okay. After that, taking with new and then taking with close. Okay. Taking with save, mentioning the PC close. Okay. So this is how first you have to take care about, in identifying all the objects have been provided in the path of project workspace. So as part of comfortable, we provided all the objects. We provided all the objects in the project workspace. I'm just taking with right click using the option is refresh. Now we can see got all the objects here. Got it or not? So whatever the objects we required, we got all the objects. You can save in any of the path. You can save in any of the path. That doesn't make any problem. But you need to be taking care about. You need to be take care about in having with all that particular respective objects here. Okay. Now let's write with the code. Writing with the code, same concept. We need to perform action. How we can perform an action? How we will perform an action? By using method. How will get access for method? How will get access for method? By creating an object. So that I'm taking, creating the object. To create the object, what is the syntax need to be followed? Class name, object name equal to new class name. We are taking with class name. We are taking with class name that will be taking with screen. So the screen which will be taking with one particular predefined class name here, taking with object name equal to taking with new screen. Okay. Now it is giving an error. Why it is giving an error? Why it is giving an error? Need to be get import that particular packages. We need to be get import we need to be get import that particular packages. See the package we got import taking with arc dot. What is the package? Secoli script. So related to screen. So because we are performing all the activities on screen by having all that images here. So that they given the name is screen. Okay. Now you can see the methods. Methods are more comfortable, more easy. If we take with the Seculi methods are more comfortable to work on it because as simple, assume that you want to perform click activity perform Shayali. Then you can see what is a method we are using. What is a method we got? What is the method we got? Click. Okay. Assume that your requirement is need to perform double click. Your requirement is need to perform double click. If you want to perform double click, say the method name. Say the method name. What is the method name we got? What is the method name? Double click here. Okay. Now assume that you want to perform right click. Right click perform Shayali. What is the method name? What is the method name? Right click, which you will be taking with the method name that you will be taking with right click here. So more comfortable to use it. So whatever the activity you want to perform, we can take with the help of that particular method. Now we can see you got some method related to swipe activity because the Secoli has been supporting for web-based applications, Windows-based applications, and mobile applications here. As it is supporting mobile applications also, you got an option taking with swipe activity. Okay, so let's see that. Further, I'm taking with click activity. Once I have been done with click activity, I'm just providing that particular respective wait statement. I'm just providing that particular respective wait statement. Okay. So and then need to be get provide taking with click activity. So where you want to perform click activity. So where exactly you want to perform click activity, you need to provide that object details here. So while working Secoli, how we are identify the objects? How we are identify the objects? By using images. We are already identified that image. We need to be get provide path of that image. Some taking with minimize. Some taking with minimize. Need to be get provide that path. You need to be get provide that path, including file name and extension. Including file name and extension need to be get provided. Okay, done. Next, after that, so we done with taking with click activity on minimize. After that, what is the next step need to be done? Double click. We need to go with double click, which will be taking with double click here. So now we need to be get provide. We need to be get provide path of that. We need to be get provide path of that. So let me provide double click that will be taking with edit. So we need to be go with the double click that will be taking with edit. Okay. After that need to be get wait for some time providing wait statement. Okay. Once you done double click, what is the next step? Right click. After taking the double click, what is the next step? Close. That is just click activity. So that you will be taking with click only. That you will be taking with click activity. You need to be get provide the click activity, considering that taking with, what is that image name? Close. Image name we provided as a close. So this is how you will continue. So how you done with the Selenium? Same thing. So just you are taking with images and then you got identifying with object here. So here you will be taking with wait statement, that you will be taking with thread dot sleep. So that you will be taking with that particular respective 3000. Okay, done. After that, what is the next step? What is the next step? Double click. We need to be get perform. Double click. Which need to be get taking with double click activity. So you need to be get take care about in performing double click. So where we need to perform double click? PC, which you will be taking with, PC. So I'm just giving wait statement. I'm just giving wait statement, providing that particular one. And after that, finally, need to be get go with that close also click activity that will be taking with click activity need to be done. We need to be get provide part of that. So that will be taking with mentioning that PC close. Okay. So this is what you are taking care about. This is what you have been taking care about in doing with the step. This is what you are taking care about in writing with Sikoli program here. So when you're writing the Selenium program, wherever you record the Sikoli code, just you can go with, adding with the jar file and you can write that particular respective code. Now let's see here whether it is working or not. Most of the time it will fail it, but you guys can try to execute this kind of program to see that how it is executing it. Executing. Click on minimize. Done. Done. After that, after that, okay. So including the mouse cursor, you will get the visibility. So when you are taking with the execution, so that is how it will be done. So it will take care about in performing all the activities. Let's see here. Let me run once again here. So just you can see that you will be able to see the mouse movements also. So you can see that having with minimize, taking with that edit plus, and then close, and then PC, and then close. Sikuli is more easy, sir. Why we have to learn Selenium, sir? Okay. So now I can see here. This is how we have an option in getting working with this particular Sikuli tool. So we can work on it. The problem is we will be getting with the issues with object identification. So whenever you are taking with these particular things, you need to be take care about that particular object identification. So most of the time you will be getting with the problem related to object identification. So that is the reason we are not preferred to go with the Sikoli, but this is also one option is available. So this is how we have an option. You can try with Auto IT or you can try with Sikoli and you can try with robot class here. So this working with all the concepts of related to functional testing. So this is what you will be taking with all the concepts of related to functional testing. Similar to that, we need to be get go with non-functional testing. So as part of non-functional testing, So first we are taking care about in working with API testing. So just have a heading of API testing. Just you can have a heading. So just you can have a heading taking with API testing. Just take with new heading of API testing. Okay. Having a new heading is API testing. Okay, right. So what is mean by that API testing and what is that API? Everything will be discussing it. So apart from that, in general, we are working with automation testing. Meaning of automation testing? Meaning of automation testing? Testing done by tool. What is the tool we have worked? Selenium here. On which basis we will develop automation script? On which basis we will develop automation script? Based on manual test cases. So first we will be taking with manual test cases. According to the manual test case, you will be developing with automation script. Once you develop automation script, you will get executed. Once it got executed, that particular program, the script what you written, it can be passed or it can be failed. In case of your automation script has been passed, what you will do? You'll go with another test case. In case of fail, what you will do? If your automation script is failed, you will do bug reporting. You are practicing your automation program. Your program is giving error. Maybe you're trying with Cucumber. Cucumber will give error. Because of Cucumber program giving error, report the bug. What you have to do? You have to resolve it. You need to resolve that particular error. To resolve that particular error, we mentioned that two options here. First, you have to cross check that is that functional issue or script issue. Meaning of functional issue? Meaning of functional issue? Manually itself is not working. The meaning of functional issue, considering that manually itself is not working. So first we need to confirm is that functional issue or not. So in case of that is functional issue, then what need to be done? Bug reporting. So if it is not a functional issue, in case of script issue, you need to resolve it. So to resolve the script issue, first solution, what is the first solution? You will be taking with wait statement. In case of that is not working, what is another solution? Taking with object identification. If that is also not working, taking with frames. If that is also not working, which you will be taking with keyboard actions here. If that is also not working, you need to go with JavaScript executor. If that is also not working, then you will be taking with Sikoli. So this is how you need to try with taking with the different solutions here. So whenever your Selenium program has been giving an error, you can try with wait statement, object identification, taking with the frames, and then taking with keyboard actions, and then taking with JavaScript executor, and then taking with Sikoli. So this is how you can try with different type of the solutions. So this, the whole concepts related to manual testing and automation testing. So from tomorrow, we'll get start with, what is it? API testing. So non-functional testing, in that will go with API testing, and lot of other concepts need to be done step by step. We'll do that. but please take care about the exam on Sunday. So last time I can understand I got access issue, but this time I look into that. So just we'll see that we'll make that part. So don't worry about related to the access here, but please take care about the preparation. The exam will be on whole automation up to the frameworks, up to frameworks concept. You need to take care about the preparation. Please take care about the preparation according to that. Okay. So take care about that and please take care about the practice. So from tomorrow, we'll go with this API here. Okay. Carry on. Thank you. ఫస్ట్ మీరు రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వండి. మీరు రిజిస్టర్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మొత్తం అవన్నీ కంప్లీట్ అయిన తర్వాత లాస్ట్లో మాక్ టెస్ట్ చేసేసేయండి. Yes, guys. Online students, if you have any questions, you can carry on.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, my question is related to SQL. There any possible in Sentis like username in arrays IT?
Anything is anything we can do. Anything we can do.
Sir, please can you explain that
The type method, just will be taking the type method only. Now we are taking click method, right? So in a place of click method, it will take type method. You have to take the type method. You have to provide the path of in which text box, comma, and then whatever the username you want to type it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Right.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, my query is for NESCOM certification where we have to enroll.
Oh, you got any calls, right? Did you guys got the calls?
No, no,
You
sir.
will get you will get the calls from the management team. So you will
Okay.
be having NASCOM URL will be there. So just you have to go to that URL and you have to take the registration. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Right. Okay. All right, guys. So please take care about the practice. Meet you tomorrow. Okay.
I've got the
Yeah.
call.